in the big war on drugs. Medellin, Colombia, which now people are talking about as being the Medellin miracle, because they went from having a lot of crime to having no crime. You know how they did that? They did that because the United States of America, in a defense budget bill, had a line item called nation building. And we gave Medellin, Colombia, $4 billion. That's a city in a country. That's like giving Newark billions of dollars, right? Or New Orleans. But we thought it was really important to make sure that those drugs didn't get over here, that we helped stand up their police department, and we gave them billions of dollars. They hired 50,000 police officers. Those police officers were trained in community policing about exactly what we want in the city. But when the mayors went to Washington and said, hey, I'm glad y'all did that, that's okay, but how about us? How about when you want to protect the homeland, you actually invest in the homeland? They said, oh, we don't have any money. And so what I'm saying is the money is there. This is a matter of political will. And we already know that when something's broken, the way to fix it is to invest in it. It's not just about money. It obviously takes a lot of other stuff as well. But what's happening in police departments around the country, what's happening in your recreation departments is because there's not enough, everything is stressed. And then it's a zero-sum game, and like we like to say down here, it's a lot of people arguing about a little bit of meat on an otherwise empty bone. Kind of like when I was raised, I had 9 brothers and sisters. You didn't get to the table first, you didn't get the biscuit. I mean, you did. And both of these mayors are doing a spectacular job. On the issue of economic development, as I said before, it's not just about money. There is a lot of stuff out there. It's about connecting people to jobs. And we have to work hard doing that. If you think about this, every one of you has this in your community. There's a big institution. It's a hospital, it's a building, it's a business. But the people who work in that thing are not the people who live by it, right? The folks are coming from other neighborhoods. We call these anchor institutions. So in New Orleans, whether it's the Ochsner Health System, or whether it's the airport, or it's the city of New Orleans, we're trying to get to the folks that run those anchor institutions and say, look, if you just go within 3 blocks, or 4 blocks, or 5 blocks, right, to the legacy residents that you're talking about, and bring them in and help them create generational wealth and connect them to the jobs. But here's the thing. There's something between the person and the job, right? And that's training. And we are really bad on the federal, state, local level, government, and business in identifying individuals and then linking them to training that is directly related to the job that exists. So for example, we're building about a $2 billion medical facility, but literally within a couple of blocks, you've got people that could be med techs, phlebotomists, could be the doctors, could grow up to be the CEO of the hospital. What we're kind of struggling with is how to make those connections. We call it the anchor institution strategy. So at the end of the day, man, just like you, we want the people of New Orleans to rebuild New Orleans. We want to welcome everybody in, but we also want to build up generational wealth. We don't want to push people out because it's our city. And the folks of our city have to rebuild our city, and that's really kind of the principle that pushes us to do the kinds of things that we're doing. We're seeing great success. More people are moving into the city than are moving out. The city's ascended now, where before Katrina and Rita, it was kind of heading in a different direction. But you will see this, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the cities in America, in the next 10 years, cities are the thing. They just are. Cities are where things are happening. It's where people are moving into. They're moving downtown. They're beginning to understand that diversity is a strength. It's not a weakness. Cultural authenticity is a winner, not a loser, and it's going to be a happy place to be. So come on.
Thank you very much, everybody. Our mayor's panel with Mayor Landrieu.